G'day everyone. In the Gate of Infinity encounter, Shield of Stalwart Cooperation, there's only about 3 mechanics to be aware of, but they're pretty annoying if you don't know exactly how they work. Now, the only basic attack that the boss spams are these little purple puddles that you can see here. Now, if you stand in those purple puddles, they're going to instantly teleport you to the outside of the ring and stun you for a short moment. This is super duper annoying if you keep getting hit by it. But these puddles actually follow a strict pattern, which I'll show you in a minute. Like every boss, he's got the standard Fury attack, which you're going to want to block with your defensive ability. After every purple Fury attack, he's going to follow it immediately with a white Fury attack aimed at the Adventurer NPC. White just tells you that it's not aiming at you. At the same time, the Adventurer is saying he's preparing a powerful blow to knock him out. Cover me. So when he says this and it's charging up the white Fury attack, you need to stand between the boss and your adventurer friend to block the projectile that is going to get shot at you. This is still a Fury attack, so you need to use your defensive ability even though it's not purple. If you block the stun, the adventurer will do a big slam and a nice chunk of damage to the Archwizard, which is always nice. But the main reason is that if you don't block it, he'll do damage to the adventurer, and after 2 or 3 hits, the adventurer will die like this. Now that's a problem for us and probably the most likely way that you're going to die. I'll show you why in a minute. Now there is actually a way to see those purple puddles coming. I didn't notice it for quite a while. Look here, you'll notice there's a very faint kind of purple veil floating down from my head towards my toes. That's your warning that the purple puddle is about to spawn at your feet. As it hits the ground, it'll seep out onto the floor. Now in the transition phase, you'll simply want to morph up and then jump over these lines as they're moving around the room. Doesn't really matter which way you go. And the objective here is to get to the shield before he blows up and does a big AoE damage to the room. And this is the reason why we need the adventurer alive. This will go close to one-shotting you if you don't have the adventurer's shield here. You can get another look at this purple misty veil thing happening here, which tells you that the puddle's about to spawn on the adventurer. And that leads to the other key piece of information that you can use to avoid these purple puddles. It will always alternate between the adventurer and you, 1 each back and forwards. And it always starts with the adventurer after the start of the fight or the transmission. Rewatch that and you'll notice it did 1 on him, then 1 on me, then 1 on him. And it always does that, it always alternates. Remember to protect the adventurer like I just did by intercepting that Fury attack. After that Fury sequence, you're always the next one to get the puddle, as you see here, and then back to him. There's always 3 in between each either Fury attack or transmission. And this one here on me is the 3rd, so we know after this it's going to go back into the transmission. So in that sense, the fight is completely scripted. At the start of the fight, it'll do a puddle on him, then me, then him. It'll then go into the Fury attack, and then me, then him, then me, and then transition. And the fight just repeats then, starting back with him after the transmission. So now that you know it's scripted, watch this, you'll see what I mean. You can start to think about exactly where you're going to use certain abilities. If you have charged abilities, I have 2, right? The Death Blow and Guillotine. So I know pretty much exactly where I use them every single time in between my puddles, right? Because I need to be moving when those are coming out. Some other general tips is never stand right next to your adventurer friend. Give him a bit of space because you're either going to get a puddle and it's going to send him out, or he's going to get a puddle and you're going to have to move. So just to minimize movement, stand not near him, right? 90 degrees to him or whatever. There you go. No one's perfect. I got hit by a puddle there right at the end of the fight. He does also do this frontal magic cone. You can see here. I'm a tank, so I just kind of ignored it, but you can just sidestep it. It locks in once he starts doing it. So as soon as he starts, just move to the side. So that's it. Pretty good fight. I really like this one. It has quite a good flow and feel once you actually get used to it. At the start, I kept getting teleported out and I had no idea why, and it was really annoying. So that was 2 minutes 20, which is about rank 5 or something on my server at the moment. It could always change. For Sword and Shield and Great Sword at least. I'm a free-to-play tank though, so I've got some heavy attack and crit on my 2 weapons, but otherwise the rest of my gear is just all like tank and endurance and damage reduction and stuff like that. So you should be able to comfortably get a 2 or a 3 star in this, which you want to try and do for those conversion stones. There's not a lot of ways to get those, and you do want to grab those each week that you have a chance to from these Gates of Infinity. And that's it today. If the video helped at all, please like and subscribe, or let me know in the comments what you thought. Thanks for listening everyone. Cheers.